Oh yes, we're back. We're back. We are back, guys. You walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. It is Panel Wednesday. Our King Jordan, what's cracking like in, my man.
Motion, moving forward.
Oh, moving in, we moving in, baby. We moving in. It's middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Oh, it's almost a week away for Christmas. Christmas is right around
Yes,
the corner. Almost
facts.
there, man. Hope everybody got their Christmas shopping done. If not, you still got plenty of time to get your Christmas shopping done. But other than that, we about to do the show. So let's go, let's get it.
Yes, and we're not gonna be live streaming on Christmas because a lot of people say, "Chaos, are you gonna be live streaming?" So busy, y'all. If you listen in, we're not live streaming on Christmas. But shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you guys follow. So very important for you guys to follow so you never miss when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also on X. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. And I know that, but shout out to all the new subscribers that subscribe to the channel, that watch us on the playback, and also watch our shows and leaving comments. We really do greatly appreciate you guys also for pretty much tuning in to KI Culture Radio. So that being said, Jordan, sports. What's going on in the sports world, my dude?
Let's get into it. Let's get into the NBA. So, this is NBA has their second NBA Cup championship, which is like a middle the middle of the season of teams they put into the bracket and they play for the in the middle of the season NBA Cup championship. And then last night it was the Milwaukee Bucks versus the OKC Thunder for the Cup. And the Milwaukee Bucks, they are the second team to win the NBA Cup in the middle of the season. The score was 97-81. Giannis, he had a great game. He had a triple-double. He had 26 points, 10 assists, 19 rebounds. He was a monster. Damian Lillard, he had 23 points with 4 assists, 4 rebounds. OKC, this is their first game of the season where they scored 81 points. OKC, they one of the best defensive team in the league. They're number one. They're rated number one in every defensive category, but they did not pull it through last night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he only had 21 points, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Usually he averaged 30. He didn't have his game tonight. Jalen Williams, he put up 18. But eventually, Milwaukee Bucks, they did their thing. They was a better team, and they won an NBA Cup. And now that is over. Now, next year, All-Star break is coming up. And after that, Milwaukee Bucks, if they can win the NBA Cup championship this year, let's see, they can win the NBA playoff championships, which is in June. So go ahead, I can't play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
NBA league MVPs, 1 Finals MVP. I got it. And now an Emirates NBA Cup MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Two NBA league MVPs, 1 Finals MVP.
So yes, like I said, this is NBA's second time doing the NBA Cup. The reason why they did like a mid-season tournament because get the viewership up and also get the players more interested, and which they put money involved. I think they win like when they win like $500,000 each player and everything. So yeah, this is the thing the NBA trying to get their ratings up and everything. And so far the rating has been decent so far, but yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, they won. So go ahead, Ronnie. I'm gonna pass it up to you. With the mid-season tournament they have, I'm not gonna say, but the team won. Does the NBA does this mid tournament have you interested to watch more of the NBA?
To be honest, at this moment, no, because right now it's football season. It's football season for college, also for the NFL. So a lot of people right now are not watching the NBA, especially like myself, is not really watching too much of the NBA. So the ratings are down. However, when football's over, everybody gonna transition right over to the NBA. Now, when the men's season tournament came about, it was actually kind of cool. It's very interesting. It's very different. But at the same time, it was just no excitement because most of the players are just playing like regular. Because they said even though they know they're gonna get extra on their check, but they're just playing regular. They're just having fun. They're like street basketball, pretty much. But it seemed the Milwaukee Bucks coming together and doing what they did and dominated was actually really cool. Giannis, I already told people Giannis. To me, he's just a special player, and also Dame. Them two together, they like unstoppable force. So I just can't wait until I already know the mid season for basketball is about to get ready to start. I'm trying to see what them two is gonna do. If they're gonna still have that same momentum when it comes to the regular season, because they still have people on the East look like they're very tough. So we're gonna see because Boston still look like they are still a force to be reckoned with. And also,
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, Atlanta too. Atlanta Hawk is starting to be up there as well. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. So I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Go right ahead.
Can you hear me? So Giannis and Damian Lillard are once in a lifetime talent. I just want to say that. Giannis already proved himself. He already won a championship. He's going for round 2. I like these guys. They don't talk. They got an ill work ethic. And I just can't wait to see what they're going to do. And we could see this. And Damian Lillard has always complained about this. He wasn't just in the right team yet to take him to win the championship. The goal is to win the championship. If you're not playing basketball to win a championship, then you're not playing basketball. That's all I got to say.
For me, congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks with the mid-season tournament and everything. The thing is, it's like I remember last year the Los Angeles Lakers they won their first mid-season tournament, and after that they got bounced off the first round of playoffs to get the Denver Nuggets, and they fired their coach. I'm not really, really getting into the mid-season tournament. It's cool, to watch and everything, get more players involved, cool. But for me, I've been an NBA fan. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I haven't been watching the NBA this season lately like that because how the product has been showing. Not playing really in defense. A lot of these teams are not doing it and really shooting a lot of threes. So it really got me disinterested of watching the NBA in the season. Do I watch in the playoffs? Absolutely, but I just feel like, I thought that the mid-season tournament would make the product a little bit better, but to me, it hasn't, and I haven't been watching like that. I did watch the game last night and was a little bit interested, but like I said, shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks, and they won a mid-season cup. So, but, I want to see if Milwaukee Bucks, they won that mid-season tournament, can you guys take it to the playoffs and get to the NBA Finals? Because, you guys got to go to Boston, you guys got to go to either New York, Orlando. They're a really, really good team, and they see they can take it all the way. Right. I'm not gonna say they started off slow, but they are playing very, very well. So hopefully they can continue to play well and take it all the way. And because, like I said, you got New York, you got Boston. I'll put Miami in there. They're not playing well. I'll put Miami in there and Orlando. So let's see Milwaukee. Let's see if you can take you all the way. You got one of the best players in the game today. You got Damian Lillard. So let's see what you guys got.
Oh, I forgot about New York. I forgot New York is cooking as well. So
they got what's that guy? They got Anthony over there, right?
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns, who's averaging about 25 points a game. I think 13 rebounds and I think like 4 assists. So it's like you got all these people on the East. Boy, they're cooking. And now not only that's cooking, but also Jordan, what's going on with the money? Cha-ching. Shout out to Abby Wody, that's also in the building.
Abby Wody was good.
That's watching us right down on Instagram. Shout out to those watching us on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. But Jordan, what's going on with the money? Cha-ching. What's happening over there?
Let's talk about it. Let's get into these finances, baby. We're going to talk about, since we're in the holidays, we're going to talk about holiday spending. Using the holidays, people, they don't, either they have a budget or they usually overspend, especially people that have families, all right, like for me, I know I want to, get my gifts for my daughter, I'm kind of the daddy. I was in the daddy mode. As I said, there was one toy. I thought it was a hot toy and I had to, hurry up and order it because I think it was going to sell out. But, just keeping a good budget when it comes into the holidays, because as I said, the average American expects to spend $550 on gifts during the holiday season. And so let's talk about holiday spending. So go ahead, Hakeem, play for my Yahoo Finances, what we like to do. And that's next, we'll chop it up.
Mo, the average American expects to spend $550 on gifts this holiday season, but 72% say that they will have fewer gifts to give this year, with 37% making the decision to buy fewer presents to save money. And more than a quarter of Americans say that they will cut back on spending in 2025. So we want to help you out with some helpful holiday hacks here from some of our guests over the last month. Take a look.
Most important is you need to set a budget. The hardest part is sticking to it, but you want to avoid impulse purchases and spending more than you expected. We generally recommend when you look at your income, 50% should cover your needs, so your rent, electricity, 30% is for your wants, including gifts, and 20% for savings. Now, we recognize in the holiday season, it's really difficult to stick to those ratios, so you might save a little less in order to fund those gifts, but then lay out what you're going to buy and really try to stick to it.
There are, lots of ways to keep track of a budget, but in my opinion, utilizing a spreadsheet and creating that spreadsheet and keeping track of that on a daily basis as you're going out shopping during that busy season, I think is the way to go. Another thing is just really making sure that we use cash whenever that's possible. We see that cash going out of our wallet, and that helps us stay within budget, because we see that money disappearing. There are a lot of credit cards that offer cashback rewards, and those rewards have gotten more generous over time. And so if you do have a card that does offer cashback rewards, as soon as the statement cycle ends, normally those rewards are available. And so if they're available, take those as a statement credit so that you can bring that balance down a little bit as you are spending.
One of my favorite things to do when I'm doing any sort of holiday shopping is to leverage cashback apps like Rakuten and Honey. These are very, very simple Google Chrome extensions and apps that you can download where when you're doing any of your online shopping, they'll notify you of cash back, and they'll also notify you of any coupons that are available. So you're earning some money back on purchases you're already making, and you're also hopefully getting a discount. The other tip that I have is to list out who you're buying for and specifically what you're buying. And that way you can be a little bit more targeted when you are shopping for gifts. But it also helps you avoid that last minute rush of, oh my gosh, I have to buy something. I'm just going to buy the first thing I see and I don't care how much it costs. The last tip I have here is to start getting creative with some of your gifts and also your gift wrapping. You don't have to go out and buy someone a super expensive gift. I actually prefer homemade gifts. And in my family, we do a lot of homemade gift giving, a lot of recycled wrapping, and it just helps keep the costs as low as possible for sharing gifts within your inner circle and also being a lot more thoughtful about the gifts you're giving.
So yeah, like I said, we in the holiday spending. I know people got kids, nieces and nephews. We want to spend a little money on them for Christmas. Make sure they have good gifts and everything. But it's also important to have a good budget and not overspend. When it comes to holidays, so you won't be late on payments and everything like that. So go ahead, Ken. What's your take about spending during the holidays? I know you have nieces and nephews. So what do you do during the holiday season?
So I do a little bit different than most people. I'm a little bit old school with it. I do what they used to do back in the days. I might buy a savings bond and give it to them and be like, oh, this is yours, and they'll do whatever they want. But this year's a little bit different. My sister was like, okay, you don't got to give me no money. Just put whatever you can into their college fund. So that's the way my sister is thinking. You know what I mean? And my nephew, he wants a screen. So I always say you shouldn't overspend. You always got to mind your money. Muhammad says one thing too. He says the good lesson is the financial. Don't sleep on the power of a budget. When you budget, you save your money. You plant a seed, it grows later. That's really it.
No, but the thing right now, during the Christmas season, a lot of people tend to go broke. Black Fridays, Christmas season, everybody tend to go broke because a lot of people have money they don't have. Pretty much don't have money to spend. So they go around using credit cards and they know they cannot afford. So right now, this is a very, very dangerous time if you don't understand the power of budgeting. Like right now, Yahoo Finance stated the average American is planning on spending $550. Like Hakeem, like you stated, they could use that for a college fund or use that towards something totally different, so they won't lose but also gain. It will be a very, very good idea. But I understand you have a loved one, you have your kids, you got your woman, you know, you want them to get something nice, but still, you can still able to get them something nice underneath a budget. That same jewelry you're trying to get for $500, you go somewhere else and get that same jewelry for like $100. If you are a smart spender, that's the thing. Right now, you got to be a smart spender and you got to know how to shop. I was talking to a guy at my job about it today. He was talking about how his girl like a purse, like one of his purses that he knows she really, really enjoyed. So he, you know what he did? He waited when it was Black Friday, bought the purse when it was on sale. Now they're gonna ship it by Christmas Eve. You get what I'm saying? So that is smart spending. So you got to be smart in the game so you won't end up losing. Now, right now, credit cards are giving you cash back reward because they know it's during the holiday season. So people that are using a cash back reward, be smart with it. Don't put yourself in a hole that you know you can't bounce back from. Shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryant. That's
Bobby,
also in the building.
what's good,
Great to see you,
beautiful?
Bobby, and great to see that you're doing well. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, usually around this time, people want to get gifts for the kids and everything. I know around Black Friday, but the thing is, I don't know y'all see Black Friday, but Black Friday has not been sending out Black Friday sales. We usually see Black Friday sales like 50, 60, 70% off. Now you look at some of these stores, they only do 10, 13, 20, 30% off. It's like, no, that's not a Black Friday sale. Like, what's going on? So I still see a lot of people looking at these, prices and everything. And, they kind of hold it in money and kind of wait, look on Amazon or Cyber Money or anything like that and see, okay, let me see if I can, squeeze a good deal or something like that or things like that. And I think people are getting a little bit better, saving, how the Black Friday sales are not like how it was. And also, Ronnie is right about people that are going broke. And one of the reasons that people that they might go broke is because what's next month? Tax season. People spend like I say, okay, if I overspend, okay, cool. But next month I get my taxes in and everything. But the thing is, I get that it might be smart, but it's not really the smart thing to do. The smart thing to do is really, 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 really budget and really, really stick with your budget. So when you wait for next, while you can pay your bills on time and everything, you don't gotta worry about, after Christmas, week before New Year's, and then you gotta wait, another 3 weeks till you get your taxes done, get your taxes back and everything. The smart way is to do is the budget. Make sure you stay under the budget. Prices has not been the same after Black Friday, and also these holiday prices hasn't been the same in the last couple of years as well. So, people, I believe a majority of people are smart about spending their money. So, instead of the average, the Americans spend $550, cut it down to $100. That saves a lot. If you save $100, but before $50, that's a lot. You can save a lot of money on that. So I think people can do it. I know they can. So because of some of these holiday sales, has not been right. Ever since ever since 2021 and 2020 with the pandemic and everything. So. People be smart about spending your money, which I know you guys will, and then hopefully the prices will be better, and also so you guys can save more money as well. So let's see. Let's hopefully next year will be a little bit better.
I learned it from a wise guy. A wise guy told me that Christmas shopping is not for the poor; it's for the rich. Why? Because they got the money to spend, and they're not actually losing. At the end of the day, not only that, but they also use it as a tax write-off. Caveat, guys. That's a little bit of caveat. Shout out to the Clinical One that's watching us right now on Instagram. Shout out to Big Mac right now watching us on Instagram, and also shout out to Shakara watching us right now on Instagram, and also Suzanne is also watching us right now on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys also watching us right now on X, Rumble, Twitch, and also Kick. Guys, make sure you follow. I can't express that enough. Rumble, y'all doing your thing. Y'all following. But everybody else, guys, make sure you follow so you never miss when we go live. Hip hop. Woo! Jordan, what's going on in the hip hop world?
Let's get into it. So something went viral yesterday. What was trending yesterday? That was Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion is putting. She wants to put a restraining order against Tory Lanez waging psychological warfare. So Megan Thee Stallion legal team has more proof concerning Tory Lanez and the bloggers who've been bashing MTS. They've told their 10 financial records of a handful of payments Tory Fowler allegedly made. I'm sorry, this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah, so Tory Lanez being in prison isn't stopping his harassment on Megan Thee Stallion, at least according to her. So now she's back in court to battle him once again. Megan filed a request for a restraining order Tuesday, detailing for the judge several months of abuse she endured for Tory Lanez, who of course is serving 10 years in California prison for the shooting back in 2020. According to the docs, Megan says Tory got an army of bloggers who he employed to spread defamatory statements about her, including a woman named Elizabeth Cooper, who may actually sue a couple months ago. And Megan Elizabeth, she is a content creator here on YouTube, and she's a really good content creator. Also, in her new filings, Megan says phone calls, logs prove a conservatory relationship between Tory Lanez and Elizabeth. She says the calls include conversations between Tory and his father, who asks about payments to Cooper for harassing Megan. So basically, the legal team is saying is that Tory Lanez is playing a blocker to, keep bashing on Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion's have enough with it and say, I'm going to put a restraining order, which he's in prison, which I have no idea. So we do have a little small clip I came, so go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I'll be Wody and D. It's not over. It's not over.
Stallion is asking for a restraining order against musician Tory Lanez. The Houston native says that Lanez is harassing her from prison through other people as he serves a 10-year sentence for shooting her in the feet. A court hearing on the order is set for January.
Yeah, so there you go. So Megan Thee Stallion, she still doesn't feel safe. According to Tory Lanez, even though Tory Lanez is a certain time in prison, she still feel like she's, being attacked, even though he's inside of prison. So, which that's how she feels. So go ahead, Ronnie. Do you think Megan Thee Stallion was, right for her to, file restraining order against Tory Lanez because it's affecting her emotionally and psychologically?
Yes, she do have the right to put a restraining order because that man is obsessed. He's obsessed over her because the simple fact is, remember, he want to get his revenge. Remember, some people do believe in revenge, and I think Tory Lanez is one of those people that believe in the revenge. Remember, because Tory Lanez believed Megan Thee Stallion put him in jail for the wrong reason. So what's the best way to get back at her? Throw her whatever way he can by using other sources. So I think her doing this restraining order is a good idea. Because he could probably leave her alone for the time being. But I don't think Tory Lanez is going to stop. Even when he comes out, I think he's going to get right back and do it again because he have a hatred towards her. That's just my opinion. But he have a hatred towards her because, remember, she put something that's on him that he say he is innocent from. Even though he lost the case. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
I just think it's so absurd you trying to get a restraining order on somebody who's doing a 10-piece? I haven't heard, we're in the media and I haven't heard nothing from any bloggers even talking about her. Her album was very lackluster. Her documentary was Shift Aluminum. I don't know what to say. We believed you, Ma. We supported you. He's in prison. We shouldn't be covering this. The man doing a 10-piece.
But he's still trolling her while he's in prison, though. He's still trolling her while he's in prison. That's why she got a restraining order.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how. I ain't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? We've been. We're in the media. We're serving the net. Him hiring an army of bloggers is hard to believe. I don't know. Even D Degenerate is saying, hard to believe. We follow the blogs. Hollywood Unlocked, you name it, I'm on them Instagram sites. I'm subscribed. Shade Room, whatever. You know, the Shade Room, they're not going to go against it.
I want to say she didn't really specify what blogger she are referring to, because remember, it could be any blogger. It could probably be YouTube channels.
One blogger, one producer.
Oh, what's the blogger name? What's the blogger name?
I forgot her nickname. Her name is Elizabeth Margot. I have followed her a few months ago. I gotta find her channel.
You see, the fact that you found her,
yeah,
she's not the fact that you found her, she's not Academics or something. Academics not even talking about her, and that was her biggest op.
I think he did. I think he did talk about her though.
Act not playing no games with nobody. The man got money for lawyers, defamation, and all that. Stop playing with him. On some real stuff, stop playing when he's not playing games this year. So, shout out to Bonnie Ellie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Shout out to Bonnie Ellie. That's in the clouds. Now was in the clouds, but now she's right here in the presence of chaos. But go right ahead, Jordan.
So this all falls down. I gotta find her channel. If I had a channel, I send it to you guys. So it always goes down about, because Tasha K, she sued that blogger, but she has a YouTube channel like months ago about her defaming and everything, because he believes that she's talking to Tory Lanez on the phone all the time, and she's been on Megan Thee Stallion ever since the shooting happened and everything, and she always felt like Megan, Tory Lanez was the person who didn't shot her in the foot, and she believes more of someone else go downs and everything. And now that she was trying to sue her, but I guess it went quiet. Now that Tory Lanez made that little song and everything, that it came out last week. Megan Thee Stallion felt some type of way. It's like, what, I'm gonna do my best on the abilities and everything. But the thing is, Megan Thee Stallion, this always gonna follow you and everything. This case was always gonna follow you. You will always be, and you will be in the same name breath between yourself and Tory Lanez about, because this case was very, very big, and the case was very, very big, everybody was talking about, from these academics, Tasha K, Hollywood, and all the bloggers, Hollywood Unlocked, the Jasmine Brand, Neighborhood Talk, everybody and everything. So, Megan Thee Stallion does have to do what the right to do, but at the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion, like I said, this is gonna follow the rest of your life. So, even Tory Lanez is in jail, I mean, I know you feel like he's psychologically trying to get you and everything, but the thing is, it's like, well, I'm not Megan Thee Stallion, she feels some type of way, he's locked up, I know she don't want to hear his name, music, or anything like that, but the thing is, the social media that we in, it's always going to be bring up somehow, some way. If Tory Lanez do something, your name's going to be pinned up. If Tory Lanez did something to prison and everything. And remember, you got a lot of people that still, even though Tory Lanez lost the case, they still believe he should be freed, and people still believe that he probably had the gun, but he feel like he didn't shot her. They felt like Megan best friend at the time and shot her as well. So you do have some people that still believe Tory Lanez and he should not be in jail and everything. And I think Megan should know that. But I don't think following this restraining order is really gonna do anything, because he's in jail. So I don't really get that. But I just feel like Megan Thee she really didn't have to do this. She should have kept quiet, and it is what it is. But that's on her. If she feel like that was the right thing to do, that was the right thing to do for her.
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do, because I would say she feel like she's being harassed. So if you have the money, if you have the resources, go ahead, put a restraining order. But like Hakeem stated, he's in jail, so what else he can do? But Hakeem, I was gonna tell you this, and Jordan, recently he just recorded a song while he was in prison. Literally, he just recorded a song while he was in prison. One of his friends had the phone and put it next to the microphone. So, and he was recording. So anything can happen. Anything can happen when you're rich and you're in prison. So I'm just letting that be known, man. And now that, but shout out to those that's watching us right now on YouTube. Shout out to those that watching us on Rumble, Kick, Twitch. I can't forget Rumble, and I can't forget X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Right now, we're about to get ready to deep dive to different variety of topics. It is Panel Wednesday. What is Panel Wednesday? We give you guys an opportunity to come up here and join in the pretty much joining the topic with us at Jordan to go ahead and give us what is hot and what is trending. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Right now, we got 38 people watching us on YouTube, 5 people watching us on X. You already know people watching us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go ahead, Hakeem, drop the link and let the people come up here and join the conversation with us. Go ahead, Jordan. Do your thing, my brother.
All right, let's go. Let's get into these topics. So this is the topic I did want to talk about Monday, but we'll push it to Wednesday. And this is for Dr. Umar. So Dr. Umar, he really breaks down on the Jay-Z situation of him being accused of SA and everything. And so he like I said, he read the report that the lawyer filed down, and and he really broke it down. And he really broke it down and really asked the questions about, is Jay-Z recruiters really lying? Because if you read the documents and everything, it sounds fishy of what a 13-year-old would do. Come from upstate New York, dropping and somebody taking her to to award ceremony, which led to this Jay-Z and Diddy situation, which the judge, I'm not the judge, but the lawyer that she has filed for this, for this accusation. So go ahead, Hakeem, play Dr. Umar, and he talked about the Jay-Z situation, and then after that, we'll chop it up.
The civil suit paperwork, Art. According to Tony Busby, what he read, her attorney based in Houston, Texas. According to the civil suit, she demands a jury trial. That really caught me, Art. I was surprised at that. She's demanding a jury trial. Why am I surprised? Because, Art, if she's demanding a jury trial, she's going to have to take the stand. She has to testify. Remember, the only people who can plead the fifth are the people being accused of the crime. Jay-Z can plead the fifth. Sean Combs can plead the fifth because they are the defendants. She is bringing the case. So do you know what that means? She's going to have to take the stand, Art. And I'm saying to myself, are you sure you want to do this if it's not true? And it could be true. I want to be honest about this. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. I'm going to look at this from both sides. Now, in the civil suit paperwork, Art, according to Tony Busby, what he read, her attorney based in Houston, Texas. And if the sister is telling the truth, Art, I pray to God she get every penny she wants. I pray to God that those who assaulted her get the worst karma that's out here in the universe. Nobody should ever abuse a child. There's nothing worse than a sexual assault of a woman. There's no crime worse than the sexual assault of a woman. There's no crime worse than the abuse of a child. And when you combine them, Art, sex assault of a female with sex abuse of a child, that's the worst crime on the planet Earth. So if that lady is innocent, I pray to God she get all the help she's entitled to. I pray to God she get every penny that she's suing for, and any karma that comes to those who are responsible for that, they deserve it. So I will never defend anybody against injustice. But if she is fabricating this story, Art, it's going to come out on a stand.
How you feel?
That's ridiculous. Puffy, Sean Combs being denied bail 3 times is unacceptable. How can he be denied bail 3 times, Art, and Vince McMahon ain't never been arrested yet for the same and worse? And Vince McMahon case is only 1 state away in Connecticut. So it's not like he's on the other side of the country. They 1 state away. Puffy gets denied bail 3 times. Vince McMahon ain't even been arrested. You know why they doing this? This is all about intimidation. This is all about humiliation. Humiliation and intimidation. They are sending a loud message to black celebrities. You are not above the law. You have no more power than any other black person. You will do what we say, and if you don't, we will destroy you. They're showing us by destroying our black billionaires how much power the black celebrity does not have. Racism, that's ridiculous. Puffy, Sean Combs, complete racism that Puff has not been released on bail. Complete racism. He has children. Nobody's thinking about his children. Sean Carter has children. Nobody's thinking about his children. And when I look on the internet and I just see all these black folks trying to destroy them, like I see black people convicting them before they even been tried in court. I ain't talking about people who've been around them. I can't speak to those in the music industry. I'm talking about regular, everyday YouTubian struggle streamers saying, yeah, I know Jay-Z is guilty. How you know he guilty? How do you know the man guilty? Was you there? Was you around him? How do you know? I just hate the fact, Art, that we are so quick to cancel, dismiss, and humiliate our own, even without evidence, but we don't keep the same energy with white folks. Look at the cop. The cop who shot and killed Sonia Massey up in Illinois, he's about to get out on bail. He's about to get out on bail. We're not crashing out for that, though. We're not crashing out for that. Donald Trump didn't put some complete racism that Puff has not been released on bail. Complete racism. Single black person on his presidential cabinet. We're not crashing out for that. The stuff that matter, black people are not crashing out for, but we will crash out in support of Jay-Z being found guilty before he ever had a day in court. And like I said, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of justice. I believe in due process of the law. I believe everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And both Sean Combs and Sean Carter have reasserted their innocence. And until they've been proven guilty in the court of law before a jury of their peers with a preponderance of the evidence, I have no right to question them. Single black person on his presidential cabinet. We're not crashing.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is in.
What made you want to come forward and talk?
It's inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs's limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty. And it's inside the ball with you.
Yeah, so there you have it. That was Dr. Umar, his take on it, and then the woman who's accused Jay-Z about what happened and everything. She talked about it and everything, and and while she was talking, she did sound suspicious too as well, which we all overheard and everything. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take? With Dr. Umar's take, and also the lady who was allegedly saved by Jay-Z, and telling her little story about it as well.
One of the things the statement Dr. Umar made when it came to the aspect of Vince McMahon, that was one of the reasons why he stepped down of the WWE, because of the simple fact of the fault, because of the allegation, and I think not only that, but I think he also had to settle in court, if I'm not mistaken. So him saying this is just a racist act, I think not, because a lot of these men are being prosecuted. We had a situation what's going on right now with that director in Hollywood. What's his name? I forgot his name right now. They're dealing with the same allegation when it comes to sexual assault with the men. I forgot the guy's name. Crap.
Is it
crap.
Kevin Spacey?
I think it is. It's one of them. I forgot the name, but I think you're right, Hakeem. I think it's Kevin Spacey. So a lot of these men are getting prosecuted. So it's just not just a Jay's. It's just not just a P. Diddy thing. P. Diddy did Of course, I think it was very small. I don't think it should have that much media attention. But you got to keep in mind, it's P. Diddy. He is the bad boy empire. That been running the bad boy empire for centuries. So this right here, the media love to pick up a story like this. Now, when it comes to the aspect of Jay-Z, me and Jordan already specified that, and Hakeem already specified that he was innocent, that they won't come up with some type of story to paint Jay-Z with P. Diddy, and we already knew that was not going to work. So now I know right now, Jay-Z got the leverage. He could be able to sue all these bloggers, not only that, but also sue on NBC as well for pulling out that false story. Because even the girl said, who is artistic, said there was inconsistency in her testimony. So it doesn't look good right now. Shout out to King Rooster. That's also in the building. Go right ahead.
I just think this is just I don't know, man. Like I said before, a lot of y'all gonna stop playing with people. You feel me? And when y'all stop playing with people, this shit is not gonna be. This shit is gonna be for real. You know what I'm saying? People need to stop playing with these people. Stop playing with it when they start attacking y'all. Stop finding where y'all live at. Start prosecuting y'all. Y'all gonna feel it.
I'm gonna go a little bit to the lawyer that she has. The lawyer is trying to find a way, to be this, this big old lawyer, who can put these billionaires down and everything, and and taking this, this case, from the chick, and the story is, listening to the story about her talking, and also reading the documents with Dr. Umar reads is kind of really inefficient, because just look at it this way: they said that at 13, somebody took her from upstate New York, which is like a 4-hour drive, all the way to New York City and everything. And I think that as a parent, why would I have a friend of hers at 13, and who at the age that she knows of, taking her all the way to Manhattan just to go to some of the war stores right there? That sounds very funny and very, very fishy to me, especially at 13. I know if my daughter would do something like that, that would be never. It's like, hey, Dad, Nita say, hey, Dad, I want to go to San Francisco I want to go to San Francisco, go to the war show. I'm like, no, you have, like I said, me and my friend gonna do this. No, that's not very fishy to me and everything. So, but at the end of the day, I've already been the lawyer that she has and everything. The lawyer's just trying to get that one up and everything. To me, the lawyer is very sour. Just try to put that person's name up there and try to take a big person down and everything. And unfortunately, Jay-Z is a big old entity, and when you try to find an entity like that, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for somebody like Jay-Z, which I don't think that lawyer is and everything. So right. I think by next year, I think this is definitely to be dropped, because if he still linger with this situation and with this case and everything, like I said, the lawyer's gonna lose a lot of money and also gonna lose a lot of credibility. So if I was a lawyer, I would say, hey, this is not gonna work and everything, and I don't have the money or have the power to take Jay-Z down and everything. So to me, this is a big waste of nothing to me.
No, but you make a good point. You make a good point, Jordan. And also King Rooster, he said is that you're going to know something is up when you start seeing a lot of female prisons being built. Good point. Because all these false allegations, a lot of females will end up going to jail, man. For real. Shout out to those watching us right now on YouTube, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you guys follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow. Instagram. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in, watching us every time we go live. Call Me Meat is watching us right now. Nixon is also watching us right now on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in, big dog. Tune in Wars is also watching us right now on Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for watching us on Rumble and also X. Guys, make sure you follow so you never miss when we go live. I don't know what's going on with our YouTube number. It's a different number than what me and Hakeem and Jordan actually see in the back. We'll talk about that. We'll address that later. Because on YouTube, it's showing there's 66 people watching us right now on YouTube. Shout out to you guys on YouTube watching us and tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, let's get to the next topic. So there's been another school shooting, and this happened in Madison, Wisconsin, and the suspect has been identified to be a 15-year-old girl. So a 15-year-old girl has killed a teacher, a teen student in a shooting on Monday at a private Christian school in Wisconsin, and she also wounded 6 others, according to authorities. Her name was Natalie. Natalie was identified as the shooter who opened fire inside the study hall inside in the school. Madison Police Chief said responding officer found her with a self-inflicted gunshot wound and later passed away to the hospital. Identifying a motive is our top priority. So right now they still don't know what the motive was. He said a motive. Well, he said the motive appears to be a combination of factors, but he did not elaborate any further. So they're trying to figure out what it is and everything. So they were speaking to the suspect's father and other family members who was cooperating and searching the homes. And the chief said he declined to offer additional details about the shooter, partially out of respect for the family. Let's see. What she used was a handgun. She used a handcuff in the shootings of what she shot, the teacher and a couple other students. They said, I don't know why. I feel like if we don't know why, we could stop these things from happening. Which the chief told reporters and everything. The teachers and the students were killed in the shooting and had not yet been identified yet. So yeah, man. So when it comes to these school shootings, it's like it's still coming. It's feeling. It used to feel like it happened once a month. Even though we have see these shootings lately and everything, it's still bad that majority. Well, all of these schools, public schools, private schools, and charter schools, and instead of doing like a fire drill and other drills, they got to do a shooting drill if a student or somebody's coming in with a gun, and they had to, they got to do a drill for a situation like this. Is happening all around America, which is very, very sad to see, especially if you have kids. So go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we're gonna chop it up. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Great to see ya.
See ya.
Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad.
Developing story, breaking news, east side of Madison, a really heartbreaking day.
And this happened just before 11 o'clock at 10:57. So we're approaching the 2-hour mark of when this started to unfold here in the Madison area. Again, we know that 5 people are dead, but we don't have any information besides that about who those 5 people might be.
We know the shooter, right, is a juvenile, but they haven't said whether or not it's a male or a female. Sean Barneston, I don't believe he specifically said, yes, they were a student. I think he said he thought they were a student at the school. Again, this is just information that we're going off of. And developing story, breaking news, east side of Madison, a really heartbreaking day.
So I had mentioned earlier that the squad cars and the first responders, their sirens are no longer going off. We're still seeing them drive by here. As we discussed earlier, 5 people were killed in this shooting at Abundant Christian Life School. And that includes the juvenile suspect that Madison police believe was the shooter involved in this incident. They have not revealed any details about that shooter other than they were a juvenile. 5 additional people were injured for a total of 10 people that were involved in this incident that we know of so far. So I had mentioned earlier that the squad cars and the first responders, their sirens are no longer going off. We're still seeing them drive.
Go right ahead, Hakeem. Your commentary.
Go ahead, Hakeem. What's your commentary? My bad.
We have to just change the culture of how this is. You know what I mean? Like, it's been going on so long. We've covered so many of this. It's ingrained in our culture now.
Yeah.
We got to be a little bit more strict about this. The conversation has to be had at home now. I'm sorry for the loss of those ones who lost in their life, but when kids are not safe at the school anymore, or people with mental health, which is also a big conversation, and the fact that these kids have access to guns, and the parents are not held liable. I have found it disgusting that they're holding off a name of the shooter. The person unalive people. They forfeit that right to be anonymous or have any sort of anonymity. The family forfeit that right. When you soiled and dirty your family's name, you have to be outed. So we just have to change the culture of these school shootings and attack it at the root of the problem.
The problem is, like, well, I think I stated this before. I think these officers need to stop arresting these. I understand it's kids. It's sad to say they didn't start shooting them on sight. You have to make a statement somehow. The statement somehow is, okay, you want to do this shoot. If you're doing school shooting, we're gonna shoot you on sight going forward. Because if not, if kids know that, okay, I'm gonna get away with it, I'm gonna be able to go to a school, which is a Catholic school, which is a place that, people going there to get their formal education, and not only that, but Catholic schools, not a lot of people can afford to go there, and you want to come and disrupt the class by bringing guns and weapons, start shooting them on sight. I know it's kind of graphic, and these are kids, but that's the only way. And not only that, but also hold the parents accountable as well. That's my only solution, because that's the only solution. Even if people say take away the guns, you can take away the guns, but the bad guys still gonna get the guns. So then what? It's a lose-lose. So we gotta find a win-win situation there, and a win-win situation is start shooting these people on sight and don't just take them in to custody and question them. That's the issue, because they think they can get away with it. I'm gonna do prison time for 20-something years. No, they need to start being held accountable for these shootings. Go right ahead, Jordan.
I think for me, I think the mental of our children is just on another level right now. I just feel like, when it comes to mental health for our kids, it's really, really bad, really, really bad. When it comes to values, it can be what kids see on social media. We can't blame TV, television no more, because back in the day we used to say television. Now it's just social media thing. I think that I think kids, they when it comes to social media, seeing a whole bunch of things, when it comes to, let's just say it, when it comes to guns and everything, and how, also with the pandemic and everything, how, that definitely hurt a lot of kids mentally, when, a lot of kids had to do work from school, do homeschool, and, had to do webcam and everything for school and everything. And it's just, after that, we just see an uptick when it comes to, all these school shootings that we covered the last, 4 or 5 years. We covered these type of stuff as well. So it's just, it's just really sad to see that, we cover these stories, from, Georgia, from Texas. I think we did one in, I think we did one in Alabama, Michigan, 3 years ago back then and everything. I think it was one in California. Just all over America, we hear these situations that, in middle school or high school, that, it's easy for these kids, to get the gun. Because I know these, I'm definitely pretty sure I know these parents, having taken to shooting target, to go to the shooting range and shooting and everything, which I'm cool with that and everything. But I just feel like, there's something mentally wrong. I don't know if these parents are not doing something right, that, when it comes to, stuff that's happening in the school, because I know bullying happens and everything, when it comes to middle school and high school, it's a lot of things go wrong, as you being a teenager, because, as being a teenager for any kid, man or woman, it's hard sometimes, peer pressure, all that type of things and everything. I get all that, but I just feel like, there needs some type of mental checkup when it comes to these schools, how these kids doing. And also, I'm having more parents involved into schools and everything, and have to do regular checkup with the kids and everything, because it's just really sad to see that, we got to talk about this every so often, that, in another state, it's, today's Wisconsin, tomorrow, Florida, couple months later in Georgia again. Or another month, maybe in Colorado, something like that, just to hear stuff like this. I I just feel like, you know, when it comes to kids, they definitely need a better mental checkup. And I think really schools need to get involved with these parents and really check mentally how these kids are doing and everything. Because, you know, when it comes to these teenagers, you don't know, you know, a lot of teenagers, you know, they don't like to tell their parents anything like that, or teachers like that. You know, some kids like to keep it in, and they figure like, hey, if I bring a gun to school and everything, you know, I'm the, you know, bad guy, you know, I think this, you know, this will help me, you know, at least lash out anything that when I'm mad at or rage at and everything. So, but yeah, I just think like, you know, a better mental checkup, because this is going too far, because it's hitting public schools, charter schools, and private schools as well. Mainly high school and middle school in that area. I mean, elementary schools, but majority here shootings is either come from the middle school or high school. And I think around that, between 6th grade and 10th grade, we need to do better mental checkups. That schools need to be involved to their parents, what's going on with parents, and see, you know, mentally what the kids doing, because we can't see more of this in America. Because you go to other countries like Japan, Asian countries like that, or, you know, or European countries, you don't hear nothing like this. You rarely hear nothing like this happen. Well, you only hear this in America when, you know, school shootings happen every so often, and kids getting lives getting taken out of, which is sad to hear.
Stephanie asked us a question. She said, "What about the gun laws?" Well, the gun laws, I think we do need a stricter gun laws. However, like I said, these kids still able to have access to these guns.
Exactly.
That way you gotta hold the parents accountable of any time a kid go out there and do something violent. Because now the parents know they're gonna be accountable. Now they're gonna know, like, hey, I gotta make sure my gun is put away, because I'm not going to prison for your behind.
I'll just say this.
Go ahead.
Like I said, when it comes to stricter gun laws, especially when it comes to the kids, if these kids, you know, are getting these parents guns, these kids need to do more than like 10 years. To me, it's like to me minimum of 10 years, something like that. If you're gonna make the gun law stronger, make sure you have a struggle against these parents. If these kids are taking these parents' guns and everything, make them stronger and put them away to a more of a 10-year time. And I think that's better help and everything. I'm not saying, you know, parents, you know, don't teach your kids how to shoot. You know, I'm okay with that. For many race, I'm okay with that. You know, to learn how to shoot for, you know, make sure protection and everything. But when they use it in the wrong reasons, especially as a parent, I think the parents should definitely get some serious time, get some serious charges, and it should be the minimum of 10 years of them going to prison.
Down there, but shout out to Pretty Red Phillips. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side so you never miss when we go live. Shout out to those who's watching right now on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow. Shout out to those watching on Rumble and X. We at the 1 hour mark. So that means we about to go to the main topic. Sexyy Red exposed the double standard when it comes to rap. Okay. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Let's get into it. I mean, it ain't no fun. It ain't fun. We don't talk about Sexyy Red, y'all. I know it ain't. You know, people will listen to some Sexyy Red, right? People love Sexyy Red, right? But let's get into it. So Sexyy Red was with Gorilla. They was on with XXL, and you know, they was having conversations with each other, and you know, a lot of people, you know, like Sexyy Red's music, but majority of the people that don't like Sexyy Red's music is because it's too sexual. It's extremely sexual, especially from Sexyy Red part. And you know, Sexyy Red, you know, she responded to folk who say, you know, that people that don't like the music, she feel like, you know, y'all very insecure, and she said y'all don't want us, you know, to have the shine, you know, because we're being too sexual. And she said you just being so insecure. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip for, you know, from Sexyy Red, and Gorilla was there too, and after that we'll chop it up.
A lot of people will give female rappers a hard time, saying we are too sexual or over the top with lyrics and video content. What do you think when you hear it?
I think y'all some haters, and I think y'all don't want y'all bitch to shine because y'all's insecure, and it ain't a problem when y'all got y'all chest out and y'all little tiny dick print showing and all that with your jaw sagging, your stanky ass out, doodle style. It's not a problem when y'all do it, but when y'all still in our style. It's wrong when we do it. It's cool when they do it. It's fine when I do it. Welcome. Okay. So a lot of people will give female rappers a hard time. Yeah. Saying we are too sexual or over the top with lyrics and video content.
That's very funny to me because what she described like the person that to like music. She described a person that me, Ronnie, and Hakeem, we're kind of familiar with what she's talking about, but to me, sexuality, I don't think she's speaking broadly about what other people, not just that person that she have in her head, but we're really stressing out what other people that might not, what she's thinking about that, might think her stuff is too sexual, but she just had that one person in mind think what it was and everything. So, Hakeem, I'm gonna start with you. With Sexy Red, people think they're too sexual with you. I think the majority of people do, but what's your take? What Sexy Red said about y'all try to take a shine for her, and a lot of you are insecure about having girls that are shining. Shout out to you, Ruthless. Good to have you on the show.
First off, not all men are monolith. So, but if a majority want conservative women who are decent and who's not over the top sexual, I think a lot of us are very conservative on that. Like her being like that is a niche situation. Like that's not something like if we talking about like an average man 9-to-5 worker, he's not gonna want to marry somebody like Sexy Red. He potentially might want to sleep with her and maybe do all type of nasty, freaky, deaky stuff. But to take her serious, nah, not even. Like they both wasn't even dressed decent. You can't take nothing like that to your home to your mama. But you say we don't want to let our bees shine, you're insecure. You know what I mean? Like from an education level, she doesn't even understand what she's talking about. Look at your counterparts. Look at the people who work at your label that signed you. Are they dressing like you? Same thing with Ice Spice. She was on the stage. Her whole buttocks was out.
But can we specify, Hakeem, they are entertainers, right?
They are entertainers.
So that's why.
They got to give what entertainers get. Yeah.
Correct. They're not trying to sell. They're not trying. Well, they are trying to sell beauty product, but they're also trying to sell the sexual image of when they say they sexualize black women. And that's one of the reasons they sexualize black women. So that's what they're doing. They sexualizing 2 black women who right now, one of them they say Sexy Red is one of the hottest girls right now, currently right now, which I totally disagree. But they think she's one of the hottest girls right now. That's hot compared to her, compared to Gorilla. So what happened, Ruthless?
She's hot.
Well, we know we could agree to disagree, but some people do find her to be very, very attractive. So that's what they're gonna do. They're using her as a sex symbol, and we already know when it comes to female rappers, majority of them are sex symbols. Even go down the history, Little Kim, what's called Eve, all of them was sex. Sex image. The only one that wasn't was Lauryn Hill. But I don't really she is a rapper, but I could consider her more like a soul type rapper. But they would never use her and sexualize her. But mostly every hip hop culture, when it comes to female, they sexualize them. Look at Megan Thee Stallion, same thing, sexualized. So I don't think it's a double standard. I just think that's just the female rap culture. Go right ahead, Ruthless.
Well, hello, gentlemen. Hakeem the Dream. Ronnie Wrong, Governor Ronnie Wrong, Simp Ronnie Wrong. My bad came out.
Yeah.
New Jordan era. Men, we are the biggest hypocrites in the world. Right? We are the biggest hypocrites in the world. What's the saying? Hoe in the sheets, my woman in the streets. And if she can't produce that hoe in the sheets, we creep to the strip club. And we throw our money on these girls. We celebrate them. Then we want to go, I wouldn't marry her. Nigga, the only reason you wouldn't marry her, a lot of you marry because they can't afford these women. That's number one, right? Let's keep it 100, right? This is out there. It's out there budget, economic budget. For that part, for the men, we loved it. They sell to us. The industry, whether it be Sports Illustrated, whether it be modeling, whether it be right, they give the men what they want, right? If the men didn't want this, these models would exist. We fuel sexuality from the women. We are the ones in this is the right. Women don't fuel women, right? Not saying that there's not a few, but mostly men support models who are sexualizing themselves. Correct? There's more than just music entertainers. It just poured over to the music of late. So we demand this. We are the supply and we are the fucking demand. So we create this margin for ourselves, and then we want to turn around and say, well, baby, I would marry you, but I'll show creep with you, right? I'll show sleep with you. And the only reason that is because we are insecure. A lot of us are insecure because we can't afford to keep this woman. Because why? Brought the brand of sexualization so much that women overvalue themselves now, and they charge a lot of money. So that's one aspect. Now, to what we call speaking to how women are viewing themselves as sexual objects, they are loving this, right? They are embracing it, not erasing it. You know what I'm saying? They are embracing their sexuality. Not only are they embracing it, they're using it as leverage, right? Withholding sex in marriages. They don't want, and this is what makes it so like embarrassing, right? For the men, they can't even get their wives to sexualize themselves for them. So they have to go to Sexy Red. They got to go to Vanessa Williams, right? Beyonce, right? Porn sites, because they can't get that in their house because the women are running and dominating the house. This is why this is why the industry, this is why America supplies us with the men we can't get from our wives, which we signed up for. Right? We signed up for her to, when I come home, to dress a little bit, provocative when I get in. But the women aren't doing that no more. They're like, man, what? The only time you see them dress real sexy is when they go on girls' nights out, girls' trips. You're like, where you going? I'm going with my friends. So once again, right? Women and men together, we embrace this sexualism of women, right? They give us what we want. We pay for it. We champion it. Right? But then a wife her. I wouldn't wife that. But I pay, hey, I'll sure pull up. Right? Because why? It's what we desire. We like to see things like that. We love it. And they're giving us what we want. So to me, we're hypocrites when we come up here and say that women shouldn't be wearing lashes and showing their body. We champion them to do this. We created a monster.
I think for me, I don't mind, the era of women being sexual with each other, but I just think around this time in 2024, I just feel like we're so out of balance that we're over sexualizing what a lot of these female rappers are doing. Back in the 90s, early 2000s, there was a balance in everything. With
you
that,
can't say that, Jordan. You can't say they're over sexualizing when they're making money. People are paying.
I'm not. You could definitely say over. I'm just saying that. So if it's not over, so if I'm saying over sexualizing, I'm just saying like there's a new high level of sexualization of what we seen 5, 10, 15 years ago that we're seeing that like 10 years ago, Sexy Red would have been here. She would have been One Hit Wonder, and that's it.
How long ago?
This is my first time. I'm saying 10 years ago, we want to see a Sexy Red been out this long.
But Beyonce was. But Beyonce was over sexualizing herself. Beyonce was.
I would say this. Okay. Since you're going right there, I'm talking about I'm gonna add this. I'm talking about the ratchetness of it. The ratchetness is in a whole different level.
Bills.
We never see ratchetness like this.
Oh, bills. Can you pay my bills? telephone bills, car note bills. That's ratchet. That's Beyonce.
It's ratchet, but the thing is, there was a balance back then. There ain't no balance here in 2024. There's no balance. It's worse. It's worse in here in 2024 than it was in 2000. I'm not saying you're wrong. There was ratchetness, but to me, 2024, the ratchetness is on a whole different level.
Well, it's because we take it to the next level. The more everything. This is America. Everything's about money. And once again,
I wouldn't say that ruthless because we was. I mean, we was doing. I mean, the man was doing this in the 90s as well, but it wasn't.
We're spending more money than the 90s. Yeah, we're spending more money than the 90s now. We're way more involved now.
I agree with that.
Yeah. We listen. They're acting. Look at the industry is giving the people what they want. What they're saying, give the people what they want. Give Hakeem what he wants. Yeah, don't be up there, you innocent. We cut the lights off, turn on Sexy Red. Hey.
No. Nah, that's non-cyber. That's non-cyber. That's non-cyber.
Wait a minute. Come on, you was like a Sexy Red. So anyway, right?
Never that. I'm a good Christian man.
I see too many Sexy Reds when I was growing up, man. Hey, I couldn't do that. But I'm not saying you're wrong. With OnlyFans, all that type of stuff. People was making.
How old are you? How old are you?
You said what?
How old are you?
Me? 34.
Oh, he lying. 22, 21. He was the man, Jordan. Jordan was out there, man. Yeah, you was at the club when they went on tight shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Before I met my wife, I did like some. But the thing is, Ruthless, I can't. Like I said, where I grew up at, that's what I seen and everything. But once I got out of the situation I was in, I saw it different.
That's because you got beaten to submission in marriage.
I didn't get beaten to submission.
Yes, you did.
I did not get beaten to submission. I didn't. No, that's not true because I was like I said, it took 7 years until I got married. So I took my time on that.
And within that 7 years, you got beaten to submission.
I didn't get beaten to submission. I'll tell you this. I did not get beaten to submission because that was
man.
Oh, no. That is not true. That is not true because the thing is that you said what?
Once you got on that knee, as proposed, right? Did you get on that knee, Jordan?
No, let me tell you something. I got married because the one I got is a very rare piece and everything.
Okay, but did you
like
get on that knee?
All these ratchet people out there and everything.
Okay, but did you get on that knee?
Yes, I got on the knee.
Okay, then. So you right there was a commitment.
It took me a long time to get on that knee.
You're right. I got to say you got beat into it. So anyway, right? I'm not disputing that. It took you a long time to conform all the way, right? I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally you submitted, you broke down, you said, okay, because this commitment is going to cost me my livelihood, the things I like, the little extras, the little freaky deaky.
No, I don't care about those. I don't care.
No, of course you got to deny it. Of course you got to deny it right now. You got the baby in your hand.
I really don't. You could ask Ronnie. I've known Ronnie for 10 years. Hey, Ronnie, hey, hold on, Ruthless. I've been to Miami. I've seen a whole lot of stuff. You can see Ronnie. I've been with Ronnie for 10 years. He could tell you, I've been messing with like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working with Ronnie.
Yeah,
Ronnie can tell you. I ain't nothing like that.
Hey, Jordan. Hey, what's that song, Hakeem? Woman to Woman? We're going to change it. Man to man. You how to play.
Shout out to the lovely Stephanie that's on the panel. Stephanie, what you got to say on the topic?
I never thought I would say this, but I agree with Ruthless with there being a double standard, right? First of all, how y'all doing? I feel like I ain't seen y'all in a cool minute.
It's been a minute,
baby. Yeah, been a minute.
I thought you had forgot. I thought I did something to you, man.
Nah, just busy work.
But you gotta find time to put me first and come here and see us.
Anyway, that's probably the problem. Y'all just be wanting too much. I feel like, Yeah, I agree with Ruthless, right? Like
Mm.
this evolution of women stepping into and taking power over their body, over their money, over their careers, right? I think it's definitely starting to. I wouldn't say that y'all are in. I wouldn't say so far to say like men are insecure, but there is a little bit of unhingedness, right? Like it is like now a lot of this propaganda of oh, they're, you're like right now, Uncle Luke is going at Lisa Ray in the because she pretty much is letting these men know, like just like Ruthless said, not everybody can afford to be with me, and I respect that, right? Like, and I think everyone has their standard, especially when it comes to women, right? Of like who it is that we are going to connect with and be with. Like we're gonna look at those things. Like y'all, like I know for a fact y'all wouldn't date, a woman who has no ambition, who has no drive to do anything. And y'all are well enough and okay to do that. And I think like now that women are able and capable of doing those things, it's like now we're getting looked upon in a whole different lens because this is something new. Like this is like something completely new. I was just having this conversation with my homegirl not too long ago, and we were talking about like in the past, like women needed men. Like, and so let me preface it and say like we need each other. I don't want to get on this panel and be like, we don't need no man to do nothing, because that ain't me and that ain't the narrative I want to push. But what I will say is like when we're talking about in the realm of survival, right? Like women in the past, we couldn't buy homes. We weren't allowed to hold certain jobs. There were certain, like we didn't have certain rights that men had. And yes, we needed to attach to men for survival because we genuinely needed you to survive. And I think now like there has been a movement to where now the necessary need for men to do those things, we don't. Right. And it's like now men, you have to move a little bit differently when approaching and talking to women. And I think that's where like this rift is coming, when we're starting to see the double standard, right? Like we're starting to see men complain about women being aggressive and you're dressing too provocatively and how dare you take power over your body. Like when for years women have been forced to dress a certain way to accommodate men. Like our whole entire life is, hold on, give me 1 second, Rufus, I'll let you go off for a minute. And I even agreed with you. I feel like for so long, our whole entire life as a woman, we are conditioned to dress and to act a certain way for men. And it can either be for men to be safe so that we don't be looked at negatively by men or not sexualized by men. We are taught not to talk a certain way around men because, again, for safety. So like our entire existence has been to either appease you or to be safe. Right? When we're talking about our dressing and how we behave. And now, like, we're moving in this space where it's like, we don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, we don't care about none of that. And now it's like the backlash. Like, it's the backlash for me. And I really wish on both ends, like, I wish that people with penises would take a step back and just consider the amount of stuff that women have to go through when we're talking about being social, being educated, being in the workforce, and the things that we have to go through, as opposed to just pointing a finger and talking about the things that we do negatively. Like just take a step back and consider it. That's all. So I agree with Sexy Red and with Glow, like with Big Glow. Like the lyrics back in the day, Uncle Luke, pop that pussy, Uncle Luke, like there's no way. Like the derogatory lyrics that were like well off in the 90s are definitely the same now in 2024. And we paved the way for that. So for us to sit back and like point fingers and judge is like, nigga, this is what hip hop has paved the way for, that type of lingo. So, and if we're going to talk about women sexualizing, we definitely got to talk about the era and the culture of selling drugs. We have to talk about the era of killing each other. We have to talk about the era of bringing down the black. Like a lot of this in hip hop and music, it started back that way. So for me, it's just like the pot can't call the kettle black. And I agree with Ruthless in the sense of like it's a hypocrite. It's a hypocrite move.
Now that, but shout out to Jalen, that's also in the building. Shout out to Kev 504 right now watching us on Instagram. Go ahead, Ruthless. After you, King, you can counter attack, and then we move on to the next topic. All right.
Gotta be an
So-
attack.
Yeah. So there's a thing that we always do is, since we're talking about one subject, you want to try to add up other things. Those are totally two different situations. You know what I mean? Just because there's dope out there don't mean you got to buy it. Don't mean that we caused it to put the dope out there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm trying to say? And we have to look at it for what it's worth. These things have always been around.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things we had no parts into. Some of these things came before us.
Mm.
Now, the problem is we're trying to attach whose the issue is. Here's just the thing. Men don't want women who are over-sexualized. That's
That's a
just
lie.
that's just no. Listen. I'm just saying. There's guys who want that, but for the majority, men who want to live a decent life, we don't want nobody looking like a whore.
Well,
Mhm.
speak for yourself, Hakeem, because we're not a monolith.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah, I'm about to
you're
say.
contradicting yourself.
Yeah, I
You're
would.
contradicting yourself, right? You said men are
Yeah.
not monolith, so that's you, right? But most men,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
most men like sexy women just as sexy. Just keep it a
No.
bit, right?
But most men ain't. Listen, most men. No. Listen,
now,
I'm coming from the point. Most men ain't gonna marry them. Most men ain't gonna marry them. They'll have sex with them.
See, Hakeem, and this is why men are delusional, right? Because we overvalue marriage. What has marriage got to do with looking at a sexy woman?
Marriage got everything to do with it, baby.
So
marriage
what I'm
got
saying is,
everything to do with it.
if I see this woman, and I say, "Damn, baby, shake it till you make it," right? And I'm pumping her up, and I'm doing all this.
Shake it till you make it.
It's because this is what I like. I don't want no. I like my woman conceited. I don't want my woman reserved and shy, right? This is what we dealing with out here, and we're hypocrites because we create this much of sexual liberation without hesitation, right? So now that we got sexual liberation, now y'all mad. Well, why y'all acting sexually liberated? And we're celebrating it. All the money from their sexualization is coming from us. We're paying for them. And to Steph's point, and I'm gonna land it. So when we talking about, separate men and women getting, they back in the day they used to cling on to a man to get their finances. Now they still are. But it's different now. Now they can get the man's money and not have the relationship or the marriage. The man is still give the money. See, they're getting it. They're getting it even without all the attachments, the strings attachments. Now they don't have to play the role. Now they don't have to pretend. All they gotta do is say, "You want to talk to me? Cash at me. You want to go out with me? Where you gonna take me? You gonna pay my bills?" Right? They're coming out with and the men are saying, "Baby, okay, we'll pay for it." We got Hakeem, Stepdad King, right? He's gonna come pay all your bills. He's gonna come pay for all your heels, right? And make sure you get all your meals. So therefore, this is what we're doing. Us men are out here giving these women money, tons of it, whether it be strip clubs or whether it be paying their rent. We are giving them our resources because we like what we see. It ain't like they're doing anything different or anything special. It's just, you look good, you fine. I like that butt. I like that tit. Woo, turn it around. Dust don't quit. And then we send that shit. So now we're going to get up here and fake it like, "Oh, I wouldn't marry her." No, this is what we created. We created this monster. We made women who they are. We celebrate them. And then turn around and say, "I would marry you."
Hey, Hakeem, I got a question for you. Let's say, will a younger Hakeem, not saying sexy red, but will a younger Hakeem, will he get with a ratchet? A younger Hakeem, yes or no?
I was with Ratchets in the younger Hakeem. I
Okay.
was a Trina fan. Trina predates. But I got saved, and
You saved and holier than thou people be the nasty.
listen,
Y'all be the
baby.
real fans. Let me just say,
Listen.
they
No,
be the
we
real
don't.
freaky ass niggas.
We don't.
church
I don't like.
jumping.
I don't like my woman over sexualized. I don't like my
Y'all be
woman
the
in
He a
long.
fan,
Listen,
he a fan,
long
he a
skirts,
fan.
long skirts, polka
Yeah,
dot dresses,
nigga.
no
69
cleavage,
God.
no cleavage. I don't want my woman to show nothing. I need her for me to desire her at home.
And this is where I'm going, Hakeem. Like, I ain't gonna lie, before I met my wife, I like I said, like I said, where I was raised at, I like the ratchet too. And what I'm trying to say is, we're going to Ruthless point. A lot of majority of men is on that mindset of, I want a sexy chick. I want her to twerk it down. Look at Cooking with Kaya. Look how far she went. Like cooking and twerking. A man would marry that immediately, Hakeem. Tell me if I'm lying.
That is true, but that's a little girl though.
She's 23. She's 20. She's 23. But I'm trying to say, Hakeem, look how the transition of how Kaya is turning a new level. You know, even though men love seeing women cook, but also twerking with it as well. Now hopefully, if we see that, I feel like men are seeing more of a balance on that. Okay, she could twerk it up, but she could cook too. She could clean as well. I just feel like men are saying, okay, if I could get that type of balance like that, that would be cool for me. All that type of things. What your mindset is? What your mindset is at, Hakeem? A lot of men is not in that mindset, especially younger men. Majority of younger men is not at the mindset where you at, or maybe where I'm at right now. They do, like I said, ratchetness has taken over to a new extremes level. But now you seeing that, you know, we have these conversations and everything. You know, there are some women that are listening. They'll say, okay, cool. A lot of men, they want us to cook, they want us to clean and everything. And now you see some of these women are making content of that to show these men, hey, I have a little balance to myself. You know, I might could twerk it up a little bit right there, but I could also do other things as well. So what I'm trying to say is, it's like, if we can find our new normal with the ratchetness and the twerking and everything of how these young men are seeing something like this, I think it'll be okay. But Stephanie, I do agree with you. This is something new. You know, this is what we have a conversation of. And we try to get used to it and everything. You know, we may not be used to this to our generation, but you know, look at that younger generation. What would they do? You know, what are we gonna see different from this generation for the next generation? You know, are they gonna figure it out? Maybe, maybe not. But right now, you know, this is something new to us, and we try to see, you know, how could we adjust to this situation and everything. And that's what I see in America.
That's why I have to disagree with you. It's not new under the sun, right? It's nothing. Men been paying for women since the beginning of time. This is nothing new. It just, what's the only difference is now it's just more transparent.
When I mean by new ones, I mean about, you know, monetizing the social media. I'm sorry, I should have added that, but being more using it as monetization, also social media. I should have added that part. But go ahead, Ruthless.
Yeah, but you know, we I'm gonna let it real, make this quick. Just be real. Let's be honest, homies. We love it when a stripper strip. That's why we go. We support the strip community. We support them. Period. We support OnlyFans. Period. We support them, and we're not even married to them. So what is Hakeem talking about? Oh, I don't want to marry her, but I'm supporting her like she's my wife. So you might as well, right, get the full benefit. So go Sexy Red, go Megan Thee Stallion, do what you do, right? You look good. I like it. Now, the only problem I have with women, and Steph knows this, is I just don't like that there's so much quitters, right? They quit because they do a lot of finger pointing about men's imperfections, and they're not perfect. So that's the problem I have with women. But other than that, you know, their careers, they're making money because men want to pay them money, look good, and sexualize themselves. Let's do it, because I'm enjoying it as well. I enjoy it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kev. 504. Thank you for joining in on the panel. Go ahead, Kev.
Hey, what's up, Ron? Y'all hear me, man?
What's up, Kev? How you been?
What's up, Kev?
All right, good, man. Look, look,
coming
man.
after me, man.
Right. See, now you know. See, Ruthless know I'm about to get on and without this shit. Listen, man. That's my boy, but that's cool. You know, we go back and forth. And,
Can you say baby one time? Just say baby.
Okay, baby. I can say that anytime. I'm gonna say it a lot. It's gonna come out just like that all the time.
Baby.
Look, everything ain't our damn fault, fellas. You know, and I do remember and I'm an old school cat, so and I do remember fighting for all those rights and liberties that women have. Black men didn't have no problem with none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do support some of that stuff, and now in modern times, we support a whole lot more. I mean, it's just wide open now. Now, as far as the rap game going, Ryan and Jersey and Hakeem, as far as the rap game going, I'm very disappointed in the whole rap shit, right? And you know why? Because we don't have a variety of music anymore. We had your Luke, but we also had Public Enemy. We also, we had Snoop Dogg, we had your underground stuff, and then we also had Diggable Planets. So we had different variety. If you wanted to listen to the hood shit, you could. If you wanted to listen to something enlightening, you could. You had your Megan Thee Stallions, but you also had your MC Lights, and you also have reggaeton music, stuff like that. But it all changed. I think the whole music industry changed. We can't even find a new artist that ain't talking this street shit. And if it was guys, it's drill rap, and if it's girls, it's all hood shit now. And that's the problem with it. Whoever running that industry, that's who did that. That's not what we wanted. We can't even name the last R&B artist that came out in the last 10, 15 years.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Because the people
we ain't got no sisters in the church that can sing no more. We still got.
We're talking about women singers.
Yeah, men and women.
Yeah, you got a lot of female artists. I feel like you got a lot of female R&B. So like the hip hop game and R&B, like there has been a large amount of artists that have come out where you have a lot to choose from. You just gotta do the work. Like you have Rhapsody. I don't know if y'all are aware of Rhapsody, but Rhapsody is a lyricist. You have Lip Scarlett, whatever her name is, from New York. Lola Brooks from New York, who are all lyricists in the rap game.
Down here, we ain't getting nothing new. We still
I mean, and even
the same BS.
Yeah,
and we talking about nationwide radio, so they're not getting no airplay, and we got southern rappers down here that I can name that's local also, but they're not getting the airplay like they used to. You used to be able to, like Master P said, you used to be able. There ain't no money in it because you used to be able to hustle the shit.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think I don't think like they're mainstream. And like, if I would definitely agree with you, Kev, when we're talking about mainstream publicizing these or promoting a lot of these artists, right, who are not just rapping about the bullshit. Shout out to Chicago Rilla, because he's naming a lot of artists that are out there that are not on the bullshit. I would even throw Kendrick Lamar in there. I would even throw goddamn J. Cole in there. I would, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of male artists who are definite. Corday is another good one. Lucky Day is another good one. Tidra Moses.
Even with the rappers, you still name.
Lorenzo is another. Chicago, I need your playlist, because yes, all of them. Lorenzo's from the Bay Area, and that man be spitting facts about economic wealth within the Black community. Like, we have a lot of artists that we just gotta do the work, because they're not going to promote it. They're not going to promote it.
Yeah, let me say this. The people dictate the market of the music. Not this.
I'm not even going to, can I pause you? I wouldn't even say just the people in the majority. I'm going to say young people specifically. That's who they are marketing to.
Okay.
Like, when we're talking about.
What we're saying
like,
is
the drill rap and the twerking and shit. Like, this is kids that are 21 and under listening. Like, that's what's driving the market.
Yeah, but twerking been out since the 80s.
They remade that.
I'm in New Orleans, man. So I'm right here.
That bounce.
The gangster rap, right? The hardcore hip hop, the drill music, the I don't want to make love, I want to fuck. All that is supported.
Yeah, Vince Staples.
The people support that. Now, listen, I ain't going to lie to you. Everybody, this is why rap is so big. This is why R&B went out, because people didn't buy R&B no more. They didn't want to hear R&B. They want to hear the rappers sing, even though they can't sing, right? But because it's the lyrics that they're saying, they're talking ratchetness. They're talking being hard, and this is what we want.
I mean, what you think about the artist actually saying that certain music is being streamed over others? Wait, kind of like back in the days when they had the box where you could dial in and pay $1 and they would play your video over and over. Well, that's what Ja Rule and them and what you call them did. They just took thousands of dollars and had people do it 24 hours because they know that if you keep hearing the same thing, that's what you're gonna relate to. And they and I think that was the
there, Kev.
so I
The
think
old music is still
whoever
there for them to
controls
listen to.
who's put out on the radio has a lot to do with that too. Because I like we used to
Hey,
have
Kev.
where they
Hey,
had
Kev.
new artists and stuff like that.
Hey Kev, I'm like I said, it's not the radio no more. You know, like I said, hip hop is on a new level. You know, we have more rappers than ever. You know, that can easily put their stuff on streaming service, easily
Right.
put videos and streaming service on YouTube. And if they get big enough, they can go on tour. What I mean by that is, Ronnie, Rolling Loud was this last week, right? You have tons of rappers who are always to mainstream or not even mainstream as well, that they have their favorite people, either it's rap, gangsters, twerking, whatever, and you can go see them at a festival, Rolling Loud. And the thing is, Rolling Loud is not even in Miami. It's in Miami, it's in LA, it's in the Bay Area. It's so big. I mean, they got Rolling Loud over there like in Thailand. They have it in Thailand.
Rolling Out is an internet service or something like that.
It's a festival. It's a
there's a festival.
It's a hip hop. It's a rap and hip hop festival. They have
Where would I hear that on the internet?
Yeah,
you can watch it on the internet.
Yeah,
all right. Now the internet, I admit the internet is wide open to get your promotion out, but I'm listening to regular radio.
Yeah, I agree with
radio station still.
Yeah, I agree with Kev. Yeah,
So like even some of the things like Gorilla Name, those people don't come on the
Don't
radio.
nobody want to hear that shit, man. Don't nobody want to hear good shit. They don't want to hear good music. They don't want to hear it. They want to hear niggas shoot some shit up.
Well, I like to hear different music. But yes, I do have to go online and seek different music and stuff like that. But times have changed.
and I would
time
agree
have
with you.
changed.
I agree with you, Kev, in the sense of like the music that which you're seeking and that you that you want to hear, right? It's not going to be promoted in mainstream media because we're not the ones who dictate what is being promoted in mainstream media. Like, and I agree with Chicago Rilla because he's dead on. Like, it's so many other artists that are out there, but the media is definitely conditioning us to listen to certain things and to perpetuate a certain agenda.
I think mankind is changing. We're gonna switch over to finding it anyway on the net. So I think it's gonna change anyway. I think those I think we'll find it.
When rappers rap, singers sing, they rap about their anecdotal experiences, and people want to hear that. So this dude getting shot at. Dudes want
to. Hey, he go with the extreme. My boy, good for the extreme.
Nobody want to hear that. You know, shit.
It's a lie. So explain Kendrick Lamar. Explain Kendrick Lamar and GNX. Explain that.
$1 billion downloads.
Explain that.
Don't explain Kendrick Lamar. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification so you never miss when we go live. Shout out to Chicago Gorilla. That's also in the building. Kareem Stevie. That's also in the building. But guys, we got to move forward. We have two other topics to cover before we end the show. So don't explain Kendrick Lamar. That's a whole another 30 minutes. So moving forward.
Riding in my GNX with a native maker in my tape deck. What?
Moving forward. Who just came on the bus? Chicago Gorilla. We're not covering Kendrick Lamar. We're about to jump into another copy. You gotta make your commentary quick. Go ahead before we move forward. Go ahead.
All right, so to the next topic. We're gonna talk about.
Oh no, I think Chicago really want to time in real quick.
Okay, go ahead. If you got
Chicago, Mike.
I think it's
unmute yourself.
Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
Yeah. Shout out to Sexy. Wait till he comes back and then go ahead. He'll come back and go ahead, Jordan.
Okay, all right. Move on to the next topic. So, there's a woman. I think she has a TikTok and everything, and she plays like being a high maintenance woman. Of if you go on first dates, you gotta pay her, get her hair done, get her nails done and everything. So
on a first date.
On the first date. So yeah, I think she has a TikTok and everything. And she plays like being a high maintenance woman now. You know how a lot of high maintenance women, if you're gonna take her out, you gotta get everything done before you take her out. So go ahead, King, play the clip about her going viral about going on the first date, and she didn't get her nails done, but she wanted the man to get her nails done before they go on the first date.
Oh wow. Now with that hairline looking like that.
Get my nails done.
You about to go do that right now?
Yeah.
Oh, for real shit. How you gonna get them done?
I don't really know yet.
Okay, man. Go ahead and get them grippers, man. Well, shit, look, just go ahead and call me back. After you get them done, we'll just FaceTime. And I'll let you know the plans after that.
I mean, that's it. Like, you're not gonna ask for my cash app or nothing?
Your cash out for what?
You invited me on a date and I need my nails done. I mean, I thought it would click in your head when I'm telling you I'm going to get my nails done.
No, I asked you on it. I'm not, wait, hold up. Let's back up. I got to get your nails done to take you on a date?
Yes, you do. Like, if you invite me on a date, I have to look a certain way. And it's your job as a man to make sure I look like that. Like, baby, who raised you? It seems like your parents failed.
You just said it, though. I'm not your man yet.
Okay, but you're trying to be. Taking me on a date mean you trying to be my man, right?
Don't try to be.
Okay, so you need to show me that you even worthy of me giving you my goddamn time.
It's gotta be a scheme.
That's crazy. I pay for my girl dates, but I don't even, I'm still trying to get to know
It's giving broke energy. It's giving broke energy. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. Y'all do so sassy. You a little sassy ass motherfucker. Y'all, it's giving broke. You good. Don't contact me. You good. Fuck up my. I told you I was going to get my nails done.
You better go.
So it's more likely a skip, but there are some women that are very high maintenance. They're out there who will do this type of stuff going on the first date, or not, being prepared and expect the man to do anything before they go on the first date. So who would like to go first? Ronnie, Hakeem, somebody who would like to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay, go.
Go ahead. Go. You want to go first?
No, go ahead. You can go.
Because I'm gonna be quick about it. When we start making this thing transactional, I want to be transactional. You want your nails done? I'll pay for it. I gotta tap that ass first. You asking for any kind of money outside of dating? Let me tap that ass. Any dollar amount, tap that ass. Rides, cosigns. Let's get busy. Let's go in that bedroom, and when you come out, you ain't gonna have no problem. That's what we doing. We want to make this transactional. If y'all so hung up on money, let me tap that ass. Go ahead.
Now, but only a broke female act like that. Woman that got money ain't gonna act like that. She gonna have her own sense of mind. A woman like that, you gotta treat her like she's supposed to be treated. What they call her, a 3 or 4, pretty much. She useless, trash, throw her in the garbage. That's all I gotta say on that. Go ahead. Anybody can jump in.
Go ahead, Seth. I was gonna wait for you, but I'll go first though, man.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't even date them. I would find somebody else to date. That's not my kind of person. Somebody that's more humble, because the quiet ones deserve more when they don't ask. So somebody like Seth, we wouldn't have to go through all of that bullshit. That's just BS. Well, if I'm gonna be supportive, it's gonna come out the way it's supposed to come out, and it should come out soon. Not on no first day, get my nails done, hair done, and stuff like that. Now, I'll tell you what I have done before. I have set up a date, and I knew a young lady had a child, and I offered you that. Well, how much a babysitter cost? I knew she didn't make.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I knew she didn't make a lot of money, and I had a little extra. So she
that's
was like,
different.
My cousin watched her, and her response was even better. She said, "No, my cousin watched her. Oh, she could have really hit me like $25, $50 again." I said, "Okay, well, look, and that set the tone. Even though I didn't have to pay, her response made me stay there."
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, I don't got a problem with that. That one is to me. I think that's noble. I think I don't have an issue with that one.
I don't get that same offer. I'm a single parent dad. Ain't no woman going, "Little women, you gotta get a babysitter." But I'm good with that. I'm a gentleman, so that's fine with me. Not a problem.
Yeah, that's actually good. That's smooth though. Go ahead.
So once again, these type of women are out your league, Kev. So don't even think about it, right? And they're out my league. I'm be honest with you, because I'm not doing those. Especially, I'm not paying for no nails to take you on a date. That's your responsibility. But this is what it is, though. This is what we're faced with. The modern woman is coming out swinging. She's transparency is currency for her, right? She's coming out saying what her demands are, what she expectations are. Nigga, if you don't meet them, beat them. Beat your feet, right? Because there's too many guys lined up. So because that type of chick right there, there's dudes lined up for her. And she gave this guy a check. Okay, you know what? But if I'm gonna make sure that he's doing what these other guys gonna do, I just might want him a little more. And he talking about, oh, I don't pay for nails. Next, this is the game, right? This is the monster we created through chivalry, through reverence, showing the woman reverence, right? Champion their behavior as far as how they are and leaving and doing all the stuff they do. Now they're just saying, well, you know what? No matter what we do, these men are going to be here no matter what. We don't have to act nice. We don't have to be courtman like, hey, what's up? Hey, you got that cash out? And dudes are saying, oh, okay. And this is the way the climate is. And as long as men keep worshiping these women, and just, and not for any return for anything, just giving these money just because they're beautiful. And it also goes back to saying, don't get you no broke nigga, broke man, right? So, and also what they're built to do.
Go ahead, Stephanie. You last one to speak.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you, Rufus, in the sense that not every woman is brought up and raised to behave in the manner of the way this woman behaved. Like, I think the expectations were unrealistic, and it just seems like a money grab. Obviously, we all know, like, it was a skit, and it was an exaggerated skit. I hope that it was an exaggerated skit, but I haven't rubbed shoulders with any woman who moves in that fashion. And to go to Ron's point, like, a woman who got their own is not going to be in your pockets that deep on the first date. You feel me? And so, like, and I can only speak from my own personal experience. Like, when I go on dates, and I know my friends, they don't like it, but this is just what I do to protect myself. I'm not going to allow a man to pay for me on a first date. Here's why. Number one, because of what Hakeem said. Hakeem was really quick to say, if it's transactional, we fucking, right? And so, like, I have had way too many experiences where men have taken me out on dates, paid for the date, and then wanted something in the end. So to rebuttal all of that, we gonna go Dutch on this first date. Let me figure out if I like you or if you like me. And then on the next date, we can figure it all out. But, like, not all women are, especially now, if we making our own bread, we have our own careers, we're not going to be in a man's pocket that deep because we know what the expectations come with. Like, I know what comes with that. Like, I know a man, the minute that you pay for anything for me, I know off top it's going to be some level of expectation, whether it be you expect to touch me inappropriately, whether you expect to kiss on me, whatever the case may be. I know there's some level of expectation, and I have to decide, is that something I'm willing to allow from you? And if the answer is no, we going Dutch. Like, I'm even like women even move, like the women that I move with now, like, we're even hella cautious about giving out our phone numbers. Right. So it's not like, because we're in fear of like what these reactions are going to be. So I don't know what women, Ruthless, like, you're surrounding yourself with, women that are in pockets heavy. Like, I don't see that. I do see, like, women.
I've never came across a woman that tried to get in my pockets like that.
Yeah, like that's wild.
No, but they out here though, Kev. They out here. They are
out there, but
on the internet. But I've done a lot of dating, and I got some years under my belt, and I haven't come across one. Or maybe this is a little smoother. But most of the time, I would, like what you said, I have plenty of dated professional women who, like, I got the bill, or, I got my half. Okay, well, that's gonna be an argument because I'm a gentleman. And then we usually wind up and I'll say, and I'll come up with somewhere. I'll take care of the bill.
You married, Kevin?
Yeah.
I actually
wonder.
Huh?
Are you married, Kevin?
No, sir. My daughter's mother passed away of breast
cancer.
So I told you that before.
I'm finna give you guys the raw truth. I like
told you that before.
I like the way she is, right? You know why I like the way she is, Steph? Steph, you
And
know
that's
why I like the way she
okay.
is?
Go ahead, Ruthless. I'm listening. Tell me why, Ruthless.
Because I'd rather get a woman who's transparent up front, so I know, than a woman to put on her best foot forward 6 months, 7 months down the line. For the same thing, the ones that hit me.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get it up. Okay, if I take this, right? If I accept this, then okay, this is what I'm willing to do for this. Or now I walk away. So I honestly, I kind of like it. It's just because that way I don't get deceived or being playing games with, right? That's worse. I'm out here doing all this stuff thinking you really like me for me, but really you just want to see how much you got. So I'm paying for dinner after dinner. I'm doing for this and this. It just could be I want him to pay for my nails and my hair eventually in our relationship. So when I'm saying let's quick dance and play, let's get to it. I'm cool with that. And I can handle it.
Go ahead, Jordan. You final thoughts on that, and we move on to the next topic. Last final topic. Go right ahead.
Well, this is easy for me. She never had the word no in her life. Like, it's power to say no. The man could have cut that conversation real quick.
Immediately.
If you say you're not going to pay for my bills, no, and that's it.
Block and delete.
If that's the case, she keep asking you, I would have blocked your phone. Like, I'm not playing around. Move on next. It's simple as that. Women like that, you tell her no, if she keeps saying da 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 da, you hang up, move on to something next. And that's what a lot of men need to do. It's hard for them to say no. No is a powerful word. And all the things, if you say no, a woman will respect you more than you try to say, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it. No. Show what you are. Say no. So you keep talking, you hang up. Simple as that. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And now that we're final topic of the show, Fresh and Fit is all going viral, but for the wrong reason. So Jordan, let's do that really quickly, and then we'll go ahead. And guys, don't go in there because right after that, remember, YouTube gonna slide you guys right over to the Shiesty Avengers. It's Wildin' Out Wednesday with Ashton Williams with his co-host Mimi. Go right ahead, Jordan. Final topic. Mario Games going viral for the wrong reason. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so he's going viral for the wrong reason. So Constant Knight recently came out with he's dating another concert creator's girlfriend and everything. And Mario Games saw that, and he feels like, as a red pillar, they think, if you're going to pick a chick, make sure she's working for you, being like a secretary and everything. And Mario Games feel like, he picked a chick that wants the same fame as him. And he stipulates it's a lot of bad things, a lot of red flags. If you have a chick like that who has that type of fame and who wants the same fame as you, and he feels like, if you have that type of fame, you should get a woman that that's doesn't have that type of fame, really cooks and cleans, being very, very traditional type of woman. For what Marvin Gaines is saying. So go ahead, I can't play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Successful streamer. I'm not going to take that away from him, but what I will tell you is this: he don't know shit about women. He's going to have to get burned a few times to learn this shit. Bro, the worst thing you could do when you got money, status, and fame is get with a girl that also wants some money, status, and fame, bro. When you got money and you're lit, you need to get a chick that don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She becomes your assistant. She's on camera when you tell her to be on camera. She don't got her own channel. She don't got her own shit. And if she does have her own shit, you collect all the money. It's your shit. You got the logins for everything. Her fame is through you, and you control everything. She don't make a video without your approval. She don't make no money without your approval. You take everything because you're the one that put her on if you so decide to do that. But the problem is when you get a girl like this, that's already an influencer, trying to get a come up. He's a successful streamer. I'm not going to take that away from him, but you're already up. Come on, man. Ulterior motives. And look, this is a very average looking black chick, bro. Like, she's not ugly, but like, you could go find this man. Why you got to go with a chick that's an influencer? These young niggas never learn, bro. They never learn. And the problem is that everybody in this crew, right? They're all young niggas. Or simps, like this Phantom nigga, man. So, look, man. I know he has issues with some of my viewpoints, right? And I'm not even saying this to shit on him. I'm really not. I'm saying this out of love, because I know I ain't gonna be able to talk to this nigga, because it's probably we don't have this. He's with his crew don't like us, which is fine, no problem. You're already up. Come on, man. Ulterior motives. And look, this is a very average looking black chick, bro. Like, she's not ugly, but like you could go find this man. Why you gotta go with a chick that's an influencer? These young niggas never learn, bro. They never learn. And the problem is that everybody in this crew, right? They're all young niggas. Or simps, like this Phantom nigga, man. So
just repeat itself.
Look, man. Because the whole Agent shit, because we don't fuck with Agent. Because Agent was making videos talking shit about us, and I said that he's a dirty Somalian pirate, whatever the fuck he is, right? And I make fun of him for his forehead and all this other bullshit, right? Him and Lowe and all these other fucking losers. So, yeah, he ain't going, I'll never be able to tell him this shit. So, look, someone want to clip it, send it to him, whatever. The takeaway is this. Your boys around you aren't going to tell you the truth.
He's a clown.
And probably a lot of them don't even understand this shit. A lot of them probably aren't red pill aware, if I'm going to be all the way 1,000. A lot of black niggas are simps. Right? 23 years old, bro. When I was 23, I didn't know my way around women like that. Right? And I had like, by 23, I had like a lay count of like 20 or 30. Still, didn't matter. You really gotta like, this shit takes time to acquire, so I don't expect you at 23 to know this shit. So let me just tell you. Wifing of a girl that has career aspirations, because the whole Agent shit, because we don't fuck, of being famous, being a celeb, being an influencer, whatever it is, bad mojo. Very bad. Never wife those girls, sex and recreational use only. Because her motives and her career path is always going to come at odds with yours. And then once she gets what she needs, you're no longer going to be the guy that she wants. And then you also got to be real with yourself. How tall are you? What's your sexual market value like? What's your game like, etc.? Would she be there with you if you didn't have the status and the money? Right? It's probably going to be a no, man. Honestly, it's probably going to be a no. Of being famous, being a celeb.
So there you
Okay,
have
guys.
it. That is your red pill talk from Myra Gaines. So you guys don't know that's Myra Gaines from Fresh and Fit. He's in the red pill space, and that's like a lot of red pill real people talks that type of slang. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
I'm not gonna lie, he said some good points there, and also he also have points I disagree with. But the 2 points he does say that, remember, Kai Cenat is on a high status now. He shouldn't be dating just any type of girl, because any type of girl you try to date will try to expose you. Not only that, to try to get clout from you because you're already a huge star. Kai Cenat is one of the biggest streamers pretty much in this decade right now. As we speak, he's one of the biggest streamers right now, especially when it comes to Twitch. So he's doing his thing. So you got to be smart in the game. Not only that, but if you dating somebody, you should not always put your relationship in the public. That's one thing I always debate about with these guys, these content creators. Always keep your relationship private. Don't let people know who you are dating, because then that's when your people that hate you will try to get them and try to get information from them. Go right ahead, Hakeem. Let's make this quick as we get ready to wind down. Go right ahead, Hakeem. Hakeem, you there? Jordan, you there? Yeah, disappeared on me. Go right ahead, Ruthless. You there?
Yeah, go ahead,
Ruthless.
Okay, so
you go ahead, Ruthless. Go ahead, Ruthless.
So
Go ahead, Ruthless.
I disagree with him. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Like, dude, whenever you reach a certain amount of money and fame, anybody and everybody around you is a potential leech, right? And you like what you like, right? If you find meet a woman who's a content creator who's trying to come up like you, and y'all happen to connect, I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't know. That's a little he sounds like he's a little black and white, but emotions are sometimes get involved in it. Makes it. So try to pick who you get along with and who you attract to all from doesn't really fucking matter, right? She kind of now, because no matter where you pick a woman from or what level you pick a woman from, there's no guarantees. Every relationship and marriage is a gamble. No matter how you want to slice the pie, you're taking a risk. People switch up on each other throughout time, and just the way it is. You got to enjoy it while it lasts. So I disagree with him on that. And him saying that black men are simps, right? For the most part, we are simps. A lot of us are simps. But every race of man is simps. So I think he's trying to categorize us for some reason. But every race of men is simps. And it's just a part. America's a simp nation. So simps will always be the majority, and they always dominate the field. And that's just a reality. Now landed.
Go ahead, Stephanie.
I zoned out because of how toxic and ridiculous he is. So nothing that he says is going to hold any weight with me, especially knowing his background. Unfortunately, the thing that stuck out to me was just the amount of times he was calling black men niggas, and he's not even from the culture, but still want to speak on. And I really think his bigger issue is the fact that Kai Cenat is with a black woman. If you really want me to keep it a buck, I think that's the real issue. I don't think it has anything to do with what she does. I think it has more to do with his selection of women that he picked, because we know that he is definitely a person who speaks down and drags black women every chance that he gets. So he's a clown to me. And you never know who's out for your pockets until you get to know him. If this is someone that Kai Cenat has been with, look, the kid is a billionaire off of streams. If he's been smart enough to make those types of moves financially, I'm pretty sure that the man is smart enough to make good moves when making a decision on who he wants to connect with. And if not, he's young, he's going to grow, he's going to learn. But for him, I really think like this was just a clout move for Myron. Like, you've been quiet, your podcast is shit, nobody really fucks with them like that, excuse my language, because the baby, nobody really messes with them like that. And now out of the blue, you have all this to say about Kai Cenat after he just had a monumentary event where he hit like 1 billion followers on Twitch. So like now all of a sudden you want to speak on him. Boy, go sit down somewhere. It's a clout chase, and he holds no validity over here, not with me. So yeah, he's a clown.
Go ahead, Hakeem. Any commentary on final thoughts on this one, and Jordan as well, if you have any?
Hakeem said no.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Business. Yeah.
I mean, Stephanie, you kind of took words from our wife on him, being cloud chasing and everything. This Mark Gaines doing Mark Gaines doing, when it comes to him being a red pill talk, want to talk about, about Kai Cenat, about his situation and everything, but Kai Cenat gonna learn Kai's not gonna learn. He's 22, 23 and everything.
Yeah.
If he likes the girl, he likes the girl, and if it works out, it works out. So I don't think the chick is being a detriment to Kai Cenat. We'll just see how it works out and everything. And if Kai's happy with the chick he has, he'd be happy with the chick he has. If it don't work out, it don't work out. Simple as that. But what Myron Gaines was saying, I'm not what he trying to say, because I was shooting about the next year or two, we probably ain't gonna hear him again, because they pretty much banned on all platforms. So so they trying to stay alive, but I don't see him and Fresh Fit being the next 2 or 3 years, because they're not gonna be in this space no more.
Nope.
No, and that's why it's so very important for you guys to make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, special thanks to Ruthless Truth for being on the panel. Thank you so much for being here, big dog. Thank you, Stephanie Watkins, also for being here. Been a long time. Thank you, Kev504, for dropping in. He always watches me. He always watches us on Instagram, and he finally came on the panel once again. Thank you so much for you guys for being here. We really greatly appreciate you guys. We did have like 100 and some people watching. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but we had 100 and some people watching us today. Because me and Hakeem and Jordan were looking at the back numbers. It's totally different. I don't know what's going on with them and their numbers. I don't know. But I'm gonna dig into that and see what exactly what's going on. But we had 126 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sugar Bum, for being here. IB Wody for also being here. Thank you so much, Big Dog. Thank you for all the cloud watchers also watching us as well. Thank you, Chicago Willa was also here in the building. Chicago, I don't know what happened with your connection. You came on, then you dropped down. King Rooster, thank you so much for being here. Stephanie, you already know you're on the panel with us. Kareem Stevie, thank you so much for being here. Kareem Stevie was actually at the Art Basel. She met some celebrity and stuff like that for artwork and stuff like that. It was really, really cool. So guys, make sure you go and subscribe to her Instagram channel. Really, really dope. Yeah, IB Wody, yeah, we've been working hard, bro. And not only that, but we're not gonna announce it yet, but we're working on it. We will be streaming pretty much every day going forward. But we ain't set up the date yet, but we will be streaming every day.
Definitely.
So certain days we might stream for 1 hour, certain days we might stream for 2. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we will be streaming for like our normal 2 hours. But probably Tuesday and Thursday, probably 1 hour stream because we want to keep you guys more entertained. Because I know a lot of people say, why you don't go streaming every day? You know, a lot of people rock with us, and our channel is growing all over the platform. So but we thank you guys so much for tuning in and rocking with us. You know, people on Instagram, shout out to those watching us on Instagram. Girl. Big Mac, thank you for tuning in. Jazzy, thank you for tuning in as well. Who else was here? Keisha, Suzanne, is Timothy. My nephew was also tuning in. Like Sherelle, like everybody know who Sherelle is. Rufus, you know who Sherelle is. So like TJ Johnson, like I say, a lot of people be watching us and be rocking with us. So me and Hakeem Jordan, we decided we might be going live every day, except on weekends. But we will let you guys know when we do that. And not only that, but we also have an exclusive interview coming up where we're gonna be interviewing a producer. He worked with Trick Daddy and stuff like that. He's a friend of me and Hakeem. He was on the platform before. I hit him up. He said I told him we want to do another interview because now he's actually doing network with Mace behind the scenes. So it's gonna be really, really dope. And he might give some people good advice that are trying to be filmers or trying to get into that type of industry. So be on the lookout for that exclusive interview. It will be dropping hopefully by the year is out. I'm trying to set that up. And also we're gonna also have KR Culture Raiders also combining with Nightish. I just told Nightish hit us up in the back. We were supposed to go live tomorrow, but I don't know what's going on with Nightish. I know his schedule, you know how Nightish is. He be all over the place. So I'm trying to see where's the best day, but we were supposed to go live, KR Culture Radio and the Nightish show. We was at the Night Layer. We supposed to do a combined show for 2 hours on one of these days, but when that's over, y'all go there. So KR Culture Radio family combined with his audience. So that's gonna be a really, really dope. Stay tuned for that. So Ruthless, stay tuned for that one. That one's coming really, really soon. So I'm just waiting for Nightish to give us the confirmation. Guys, don't forget to go to KR Culture Radio description where you can find a KR Culture Radio t-shirt. What I got on, the hat, the coffee mug, the sweater, the jackets, unfortunately, didn't come out on time. Hakeem had issue with that. Sorry guys about the jackets, but we still have the other gears. It's tough. KR Culture Radio community tab where you can find Prince Hakeem book, Black Love, of course Hakeem's birthday was last week. He still had his wish list. So guys, y'all still want to give him a birthday gift? Go right ahead. He's the creator of the KR Culture Radio, so go right ahead, treat the brother. It was his birthday last week. So Ruthless, hear that? It was his birthday. Treat him. Not spending your money on women. Spend your money on the black brother for once. Look at Ruthless. No comment. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure on your way out, please make sure you hit that like button, but don't go anywhere, because right out there is going to lead you to the Ashton Wynn channel. It's the Wild 'N Out Wednesday with him and his co-host, lovely co-host Mimi. So be on the lookout for that one. Like always, thank you for tuning in, KR Culture.